A light wintry mix developing across parts of central and eastern Kentucky that may have a big impact on your morning commute. Details just ahead.
Road crews tell us how they're getting ready to handle those icy roads that may cause trouble around the bluegrass. Many students in one central Kentucky school district could face random drug tests. What parents and school leaders say about it.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 11.
Good evening to you. You will want to take it easy on the roads overnight and into tomorrow morning. You'll find some icy spots caused by freezing rain and freezing drizzle. Police have already been called to some crashes tonight. We'll have more on that in just a moment. But first, we begin tonight with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Amber. Yeah, we're getting in on a lot of now icing conditions taking place across central and eastern Kentucky, at least for those untreated roadways. Temperatures are now below freezing in many areas. Leftover water on the roads from the rains from earlier today, and even a little bit of light freezing drizzle and light snow falling from the skies this evening. Still, the freezing rain advisory is out for far southeastern Kentucky until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. That includes areas from London, Somerset, into the Monticello area, points northeast from there. For freezing drizzle, a touch of some light snow being reported into eastern Kentucky, and this is mainly for the potential for some black ice. That just means the roads are going to look wet, and instead they're going to be a little on the icy side, especially those untreated roadways. Now you look at Live First Alert Defender, and there isn't a whole lot out there outside of a little touch of some light snow here in the southeastern Kentucky with some of that freezing drizzle taking place. This is not a big event by any stretch of the imagination, but it's one to where we have wet conditions from earlier in the day with temperatures above freezing, now below freezing. Lexington Metro, a touch of some freezing drizzle, so whatever's out there is just going to begin to ice up a little bit. Current temperature Lexington, by the way, down to 30 degrees, 28 here into the Covington-Cincinnati area. That freezing line now making it into far southeastern Kentucky. Amber, that's going to be the problem as we go through the overnight. Not so much what is falling from the skies, but what is out there beginning to freeze up. We'll track it over the next couple of days with the hour-by-hour forecast.
All right, Chris, thank you. We'll have more on the weather in just a moment, but first, breaking news in Laurel County tonight. Police say an argument between a husband and wife ended with both of them being shot. It happened just after 9 tonight in a home on Edgewater Road near Corbin. The Laurel County Sheriff's Office says during the argument, Junior Cornett and his wife Beverly Cornett got into a scuffle over a pistol. Deputies say both of them were shot and taken to a Corbin hospital. Their conditions are not known tonight. The Sheriff's Office released this picture of the pistol involved in that shooting. We'll continue to track the story. Look for updates on WKYT.com and on WKYT News this morning. Now back to the weather. Icy conditions have already caused some problems across parts of the bluegrass tonight. Lexington police blame slick roads for a crash on Interstate 75 at Manowar Boulevard. Police say the driver of a car lost control, hit a tractor trailer and a light pole, and ended up in a ditch. Firefighters had to cut the driver out of the car. They say he was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Lexington police say they've been called to at least 10 crashes tonight. In Morgan County, road crews are dealing with icy roads for a second night in a row. Jordan Valines continues our First Alert weather team coverage.
On this chilly January night, the city of West Liberty sits rather quiet with the occasional sound of cars splashing through puddles on Main Street. But as temperatures keep dropping, it typically doesn't take too long for those puddles on the pavement to freeze into a much more dangerous form of precipitation.
Black ice, or an area that the sun doesn't hit very often. Those are the ones that will catch people off guard.
From Monday afternoon into Monday evening, rain fell pretty consistently here in Morgan County, and now the wet pavement is what's causing concern for drivers because the more temperatures drop, the more likely it is that precipitation now on these roadways will freeze.
Our road crew is on standby. The road supervisor on standby.
The West Liberty mayor says they've got their winter weather game plan down pat after learning a thing or two from previous winters.
Last year's winter has also helped us be more prepared because a lot of salt was used, so we're prepared.
Part of their preparation plan includes treating West Liberty's main roads before turning their attention to county roads, both of which they'll be keeping a close eye on.
Wait and watch.
Throughout the night.
Any hint of precipitation that we think needs to be treated, then our dispatch will be ready.
In Morgan County, Jordan Valines, WKYT.
The West Liberty mayor says last night most of the calls they received about slick road conditions came from drivers on the stretch of Highway 519 from West Liberty to Moorhead. And remember, for the latest closings, delays, and weather information, just go to WKYT.com. A mother faces charges tonight after police say she gave birth at her home and then put the baby in a plastic bag. Winchester police arrested 29-year-old Cassandra Haney. They say on Friday she gave birth to a baby boy in her toilet and left the infant there for 15 minutes. Police say Haney told them she didn't know she was pregnant.
Didn't know that the baby, whether or not the baby was dead or alive, and had then placed the baby into a plastic bag.
Police say Haney's roommate heard the baby crying, saw him in the bag, and called 911 for help. Police charged Haney with attempted murder and evidence tampering. She did not want to talk to us from jail today. Police say the baby is now at the hospital and is stable. A former Central Kentucky assistant principal accused of sexually abusing a student has been found dead. Berea police tell us Joy Hayes died in Lee County, Virginia over the weekend. Investigators are now trying to figure out what caused her death. Hayes was once an assistant principal at Madison Southern High School, where police say she met the teenager she's accused of sexually abusing. Hayes was arrested and resigned from her job. Berea police also tell us she recently had contact with the victim again, and they were preparing to file new charges against her. More than a week after being hit by an SUV on a busy Lexington road, a woman has died from her injuries. The Fayette County Coroner's Office says 57-year-old Susan Buckman died this afternoon at UK Hospital. The coroner says she died from multiple blunt force injuries. On January 3rd, investigators say Buckman was trying to cross Winchester Road when an SUV hit her. Investigators have ruled the death an accident. Well, for now, it is just an idea, but school leaders in Mercer County are thinking about a random drug testing policy for many middle and high school students. So tonight, they held a public forum to get thoughts from parents and other members of the community. Victor Puente has the story new at 11.
I can't tell you how many kids have come in our offices this year with these issues.
But if my children were to be exposed to a drug screen, I 100% would agree and stand on that, because I would want to know.
The crowd gathered at the Mercer County High School auditorium only numbered a few dozen, but they were discussing a plan that could impact thousands of students and teachers.
There is nothing, I think, more degrading than after working a 10, 12, 14-hour day, after working in the school system for a long, long time, to be told to pee in a cup to prove that I'm innocent of drug use.
The topic, random drug testing for student athletes in middle and high school, student drivers, and possibly staff.
This is the only place I ever applied for and got a job that I did not submit to drug testing. If you want to drive a truck, you're going to drug test. If you want to work at Walmart, you're going to drug test.
This was an informational meeting on the change. So far, nothing is official, but a committee including principals, counselors, and school board members have been looking at the idea. They say neighboring counties such as Lincoln and Garrett already have similar plans in place. If a student did test positive, they wouldn't be punished, but they could be held out of extracurricular activities.
You cannot suspend them, whatever the case may be. You can get them help.
There were voices on both sides of the issue, but any change wouldn't be official until the school board approved it. In Mercer County, Victor Puente, WKYT.
The next public forum on the topic is set for February 17th. Tonight, health officials in southern Kentucky say they have been dealing with flu outbreaks at 4 nursing homes. They say 2 nursing homes in Pulaski County, along with 1 in Casey County and 1 in Clinton County, have had outbreaks. They say the H3N2 flu type A strain has been causing the problems, so nursing homes have been told to limit visitors.
Loved ones, family members, and things are still allowed to come, but they're restricting some of the activities and the movements of the residents within the facilities. They're practicing good hand hygiene, washing their hands often. They're offering vaccinations for any residents or staff who didn't get the vaccine already.
Health officials say many of the nursing homes did nothing wrong and protected their residents and staff in every way possible. A bill that would approve construction of the controversial Keystone XL oil pipeline took a step forward tonight. In a test vote, the measure received enough votes to be approved in the Senate. President Obama has threatened to veto the bill. The pipeline would carry oil from Canada to the Gulf Coast. The House approved the bill last week. Kentucky's 6th District Representative Andy Barr said he voted for it.
This is 42,000 jobs that we can create overnight. So it's about the Keystone XL pipeline. It's about more domestic energy production in other places, federal lands and offshore and onshore. And it's also about ending the Environmental Protection Agency's war on Kentucky coal, which has cost us thousands of jobs in eastern Kentucky, and the jobs that support the coal mining jobs in my district.
Senators will now consider amendments to the bill that Republicans hope will attract more Democrats to vote for the pipeline in the coming weeks. Tonight, the FBI is looking into a cyber attack against social media accounts run by U.S. Central Command. For part of the day, the sites appeared to have been taken over by a group supporting the Islamic State militant group. Greg Boswell has the latest from the White House.
For about a half hour Monday, the YouTube and Twitter accounts for U.S. Central Command became propaganda tools for Islamic extremists. CENTCOM's Twitter account displayed Islamists' images and a warning to American soldiers saying, "We are coming, watch your back, ISIS." The message was posted by a group calling itself the Cyber Caliphate, which has hacked other American news sites and claimed it had penetrated military networks. It said, "We know everything about you, your wives, and children." It also posted an old military roster containing the names, phone numbers, and email addresses of senior Army generals, including Joint Chiefs Chairman Martin Dempsey.
It is a reminder of the vulnerability of these systems that we're all, dependent on.
Mark Rotenberg is executive director of the Electronic Privacy Information Center.
Updating our current privacy laws would be a step forward.
The White House is downplaying the hack, saying that it was in no way as damaging as last month's computer security breach at Sony Pictures.
There's a pretty significant difference between what is a large data breach and the hacking of a Twitter account.
The hacker group Anonymous posted its own tweet saying it had traced the attack to somewhere in Maryland. Craig Boswell, CBS News, the White House.
CENTCOM's YouTube page was also hijacked with pro-ISIS videos offered instead of U.S. military videos. The hack came just as President Obama was outlining new cybersecurity measures. Tonight, investigators are trying to figure out what caused smoke to fill a subway train and a subway station in Washington, D.C., killing one person. They also say more than 80 others were injured, 2 of them critically. The subway station was evacuated and some people had to be rescued from a disabled train. Witnesses say people were screaming and passing out when smoke filled the train. Firefighters say smoke inhalation caused most of the injuries. The Fayette County Coroner's Office needs your help finding the next of kin for a man who died today. The coroner says John Jack Clarkson was found dead in his apartment of apparent natural causes, but so far the coroner hasn't been able to get in touch with his family. They ask anyone with information about his family to contact them. Well, tonight we are learning more about a man arrested for a string of crimes in Laurel County. Police arrested Joshua Smith in Lexington hours after police say he led them on a chase in Laurel County but got away. Last month, police say Smith stole cars from a car lot and tried to break into a pharmacy in Laurel County. And tonight, the Laurel County Sheriff's Office said they've also tied him to a burglary in a home on Nell Rush Road last month. Deputies also say Smith stole jewelry and the homeowner's identification. They say he used the ID to check into different hotels after the burglary.